For billions of people, Jesus is the center of faith. For historians, he is a figure of ancient history. But outside the Bible, what do we really know about Jesus? Was he mentioned by ancient writers? Was he considered real by people who didn't believe in him? Tonight, we step away from theology and miracles and look only at ancient historical evidence. Among modern historians, religious or not, there is overwhelming agreement on one point: Jesus of Nazareth existed. No serious historian today argues that Jesus was a myth. The debate is not whether he lived, but who he was and what he did. Even critics of Christianity in the ancient world accepted that Jesus was a real person who was executed. One of the strongest non-Christian references comes from Tacitus, a Roman historian writing around 116 CE. Tacitus recorded that Jesus, called Christus, was executed by crucifixion under the Roman governor Pontius Pilate during the reign of Emperor Tiberius. Tacitus was not sympathetic to Christians. In fact, he disliked them. That makes his account especially important. It was not written to promote belief. Another Roman writer, Pliny the Younger, described early Christians worshiping Christ as a god only decades after Jesus' death. Jewish historian Flavius Josephus, writing in the 1st century, also mentioned Jesus. Josephus confirms that Jesus was known as a teacher. He attracted followers. He was executed. His followers continued after his death. While parts of Josephus's text were later edited by Christian scribes, most scholars agree the core reference is authentic. The Jewish Talmud, written later, also refers to Jesus, hostile but real. It accuses him of leading Israel astray, which ironically confirms his influence. Ancient history can confirm Jesus lived in 1st century Judea. He was a preacher or teacher. He was crucified. His movement survived his death. But history cannot prove miracles. It cannot prove resurrection the same way it proves battles or emperors. Those questions belong to faith, not archaeology. What history does show is that belief in Jesus rose remarkably fast, even under persecution, something unusual in the Roman world. Ancient history does not give us a myth. It gives us a man who changed the course of civilizations. Whether you see Jesus as divine, prophetic, or revolutionary, one thing is clear: he was real, and his impact is undeniable. History doesn't answer every question, but it confirms that Jesus was not invented. He walked into history and never left.